going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great day, great weekend. We're here for the regular season finale, Eagles and Giants. And look, I know some starters aren't playing. Well, most of our starters aren't playing, but as we talked about, some of these backups, top players to watch, bright futures with the Eagles, some free agents coming up. So we talked about all this. Look, it's still an Eagles game, and I'm still pumped up. I want to see these young guys go out here and take on the Giants starters and whoop some ass. So that's what we're going to be looking for today. We obviously know there's some games with implications going on. Will we play the Commanders, the Packers, all those things we will find out by the end of the night. So I'm pumped up. I'm ready to run through some walls, man. We've got playoffs next week, baby. And I think we all know, as the one Eagles content creator that supported this team throughout the season, I firmly believe in this team being the best team in the NFL. Don't care what anybody else says. Anybody can come get some. But today, it's just about finding out the backups. I know people are upset. We're not risking, winning a Super Bowl to get some single-season records. I personally would rather win the Super Bowl. So I'm with the team here. I'm not with the media or the fans. I think that this team should be fighting for the Super Bowl. So I'm all about it. I might be the only person that believes they'll win the Super Bowl, and that's okay. And I think other people will be jumping aboard here. I know you sickos are with me, but you see it out there. You see the chaos. Everybody, Sirianni sucks, or he's getting fired. Everybody's getting fired, even though, we're doing really well this season. Wild times. But they'll all be on board soon enough. I promise you. It's time for the Eagles to go get that trophy. So 1 week at a time, we talk about it. We break it down. This week, we talked about the fact that we've earned ourselves a bye week. So that's what the Eagles are doing here. So I appreciate you all taking the time. You have any questions, comments on this game? Love to hear from you guys. I know. I get it. Trust me. I know people are upset about this game, but I'm pumped up. Anytime it's a game day, I'm ready to run through walls. Got my jersey on. I don't care if it's backups. I'll be rooting for Tanner McKee, Will Shipley, all the guys we talked about. So let's take a look here. The game inactives. Saquon Barkley is not playing. No Jalen Hurts. No A.J. Devontae, Darius Slade, Nakobe Dean, Bond, Johnson, Mailata, Dickerson, Carter. All those guys are out for this game. And the other starters that are active will be there in case of emergency. And then for the Giants, they're inactives, just to let you know what's going on here. They've got Stroman, Williams, McFadden, Michael Schmitz, Neal, Miller, and Boyle inactive for this game. So those are the game inactives for today. Now, we know that the Eagles are locked in at number 2. And as I had mentioned, waiting to see if it is the Packers, who right now are at 7. But if the Commanders lose and the Packers win, then we would take on the Commanders. But if all the other scenarios happen, if the Commanders win, we will not be playing them. Let's just put it that way. So either team can come and get them some. Giants vying for that number 1 pick here, fighting to be the worst team in the NFL. Pretty hilarious. You know who the NFC East champs are, sitting atop there, the top dogs, Philadelphia Eagles. But look, let me know how you're feeling. I'll show you the pages I had from yesterday talking about these players to watch, who to look for, what you're looking for in this game. So let's get into it. But I appreciate all of you taking the time here. Hope you're having a great morning. Appreciate you tuning in here, Lynn. We've got Liz. Let's effing go. Hope you guys are ready to see this team go out here and whoop some ass. So that's what I'm all about. And I've seen all the negativity. It's good. I love when people aren't on board with the Eagles. I hate bandwagon fans. I love when it's just us diehards, us sickos riding with this team. So let's go beat some giant ass, and let's go get ready for these playoffs. And yeah, I want to win a Super Bowl. Don't care about single season records and never have. I'm more of a team guy. And look, I get it. A lot of these people just are jumping on board the Eagles bandwagon. So they're very clueless as to what this team is. They think, breaking a single season record will be, our Super Bowl. I'm good on that. I want to win the actual Super Bowl. And I know most of those people don't believe in this team and they're just becoming fans. But I promise you, I firmly still believe this team is the best team in the NFL, and they will all be repeating that soon. So you've heard me say it all year, and you've watched people slowly take their time to figure it out. So love it. Anybody else has score predictions, whatever, bring it on. Love to hear from you. And yeah, man, that's what we talk about. It's football. We talked about it all week, and then you see, football things happen, and it's like, whoa. So first-time watchers of the game, new fans, they're not going to understand much about what's going on. So that's okay. Yeah, man, that's how football goes. So it's always wild to see people losing their minds about dumb shit. But this is why I don't listen to any of their analysis, because they really don't have a strong grasp of how anything works. So I'm good, man. I'm riding with my team, and I want to see them win the Super Bowl. And after we win, then they can all talk about how they've been the biggest fans ever. It's great, man. I'm ready for it. So we've been talking about it, and I think that this team clearly, to me, is the best team in the NFL. We just got to prove that our backups even can beat starters. So we go out here with our backups. We're showing people how hungry this team is from top to bottom. So let's effing go. Happy New Year to you, Liz. Hope you've been doing well. Appreciate you tuning in. That's crazy. We've had a few lives here. So I know we're all busy, especially during the holiday season. So appreciate you tuning in. Team you want to see first? Yeah, anybody who wants to come get it. I want to see them all. I want to see everybody. I want to see all the favorite teams of everybody that says we should be afraid of. I want all those teams. So, yeah, whether it's the Packers or Commanders, I would love some revenge on the Commanders. Don't care. If it's Packers, I'd love to beat them again. I'd love to beat either of those teams again this year. I had one of those dumb fans telling me how the Packers and the Commanders beat up on Jalen Hurts and the Eagles this year, except for the fact that none of those things happened. So, if you're not living in reality, you might think that the Eagles aren't the best team. But for me here, living in reality with the truth is the Eagles are the best team. So, if our backups were to lose today or anything happened, you're going to have the media. I knew the season was over. Eagles suck. You're going to see it all, dude. These people thrive off of negativity. But let them, man. Let them keep whining their way because we're going to laugh our way to the bank while they whine it, man. Wine coolers, no, not welcome here. Nope. As I've said, the entire season, you've heard me. I don't care. The Lions can come get it. The Vikings can come get it. And then on the AFC side, the Bills, the Chiefs, anybody who wants it, I'd love to see the Chiefs again get our revenge there. But whoever it is, come get some. So that's where I'm at. The Eagles are the best team in the NFL. So anybody. You've heard me say it all year. You heard me break down this offense, this defense, why I felt they would be the top in both categories. And you see why they are top in both categories, because my breakdowns, I actually talk about football. So I think where people get lost is they talk about all the misinformation and dumb shit and just throw shit at the wall and hope that it sticks. That's usually not a great way to analyze a team. So when we talk about the cap space, how we can create cap space, who we should draft, sign free agents, and how we can build a Super Bowl contender and a dynasty for the future, that is what I like to try to do. And then paint a picture for you as to how it should go. Now, can I guarantee you it's going to go that way? No. But you can at least find solace in the fact that I am going to put in the work, right? I'm going to do my best to show you how I feel this is going to go. And when, everybody, all the other Eagles media and content creators were jumping off of this team a couple weeks into the season, you kept hearing me say, stay patient. Remember what we talked about in the offseason, bumpy roads, right? New offensive coordinators, new defensive coordinators, all these things actually matter. So the fact that they don't understand football, again, is very not good. To be an expert and not know the basics of things, that can't be great. And that's why you see these people never understanding anything that's going on, always being wrong about everything, always wanting to fire Howie Roseman, Nick Sirianni, trade Jalen Hurts, get rid of Saquon, he's washed, don't draft Cooper Jean, he's white, Quinyon Mitchell sucks, he went to a small school. You see all this shit, and you wonder, how do these people have jobs? How do these people get views? And, well, I guess, stupidity just kind of reigns supreme in this world. So that's what people love. But for those of you sickos, I know you guys like the facts and the truth. So that's what we do in these parts. So I love it, man. And look, I'll take the Commanders. I like revenge, just like with the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But if it's, the Packers here, if it's the Bills, I don't care who it is. I'm going to root for the Birds. And today, we're talking about, these guys. Let me show you here real quick. I'll jump back over to the comments. But as I've mentioned, this team was good enough all year. And you heard people like, well, they got to get that number 1 seed or the season's over. You got to have a bye week. Well, we end up giving ourselves a bye week here today. And like we just talked about earlier in the video, it's a good thing. You want to rest your players. I don't understand it, and you get a chance to look at some of these young guys. So I'm excited for today. Now, we talked about this yesterday. I'm going to briefly go over it, but these are the top players we talked about, that you're going to be seeing today. Kenny Gainwell becoming a free agent next year. Will Shipley be healthy enough to play? He is playing, but how much work does he get? I'm looking forward to seeing him either way. You got Dotson, Smith, Wilson. Excited for them. EJ Jenkins, Calcaterra will probably have to play a little, but Jenkins leading the way. You see the offensive line there. Driscoll will probably get some run as well, but Tanner McKee's day today to go out and show he could be a serviceable backup. So he could be our number 2 next week if he has a great game, or maybe if he has such a great game, he might become a valuable trade piece, and that would be fantastic. So either way, excited to see these young guys. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we talked about it, man. Look, Jalen Hunt pictured there. That's my guy you remember from the draft. We talked about how funny it was. No one knew who he was, but that's why doing the work helps. When you know these players, then you can get excited. No one knew who he was. Everybody said how horrible of a pick it was, and I promise you they're going to become his biggest fans soon enough. Bryce Huff did not pan out the way it was supposed to. We talked about would he have struggles, in this system? Definitely has. So we talk about the complexities of, Vic Fangio's defense, and the reason I explain it in detail, this offseason was so that people could understand it and understand why it may take some younger players, newer players, some time to get it down. Now, Huff started to come on, but then got hurt. Now he's back off, so he's going to get some work today. You got practice squad, Charles Harris there. So we're going to need some edge guys, but Booker and Ajomo have already been doing their thing this year. You might see some Milton Williams as well, because you have to play some guys. You know what I mean? We can't just have all practice squad or anything. This isn't the preseason. So Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Oren Burks last week did great. Burks really shined last week. So looking forward to seeing those guys. Rogers and Ringo probably starting. Levante Maddox will probably be starting as well. He's a free agent next year, but so is Isaiah Rogers. So need to see some Rogers. Ringo, hopeful to be, one of these future corners. We're going to get to see some of him today. Eli Ricks there. And then the safeties, McCollum and Sidney Brown. So, look, I love a lot of these young players, and I hope that they can be a part of this future, whether that be as starters, as, depth pieces, special teamers, whatever it is. But this is a good chance to take a look at a team going up against someone that hates us and wants to beat us and wants to get themselves out of that number 1 pick. They are such a shitty run organization. They will do everything they can to make it worse. So they're going to try their best to win this game. So we got to go out here and punch them right in the mouth. So I'm excited for this game, excited to see these young guys. So let me know how you're feeling about it. I got about 5 more minutes here, and then I got to get rolling out. But love to hear from you guys. Love to hear what's on your mind. But, and yeah, going to use our running backs. Definitely going to still run the ball. And all those guys you just saw there, yep, I'm very excited about, just like we talked about last night. So, and yeah, man, people are going to sit out here and they'll whine about anything they can. And that's why I created this channel, because that shit's unbearable to me. Joe, my man, appreciate you tuning in, dude. And yeah, man, as you heard me continuously say throughout the week, this is our bye week that we earned. So, and that's, look, this is a negative world with a bunch of bitch-ass people. And as I always mention, they're weak, and that's fine, man. They're not built for the Eagles fan base. I don't care about those people. That's why we created On the Road to Victory, to block out all that stuff. But we can't, because that's all people ever want to talk about, and that's what we got to deal with. So it's unfortunate, but that's why I am the counteraction to all of that nonsense. And Keegan, yeah, but we talked about him. We talked about all these guys this week, and I'm pumped up, man. And Dylan, yeah, nice to see you. I think I just saw you last night again. Happy to see you again here. And look, people can be upset about what they want. Let them. I'm excited for today. So hope you guys are getting pumped up for this game. It's game day, baby. I don't give a shit if it's the backups. I really think that this is a game where you get to learn a lot. Now, for those people that have no idea what they're watching, this is probably going to be tough for them. They're just watching for stats. Why isn't Jalen Hurts in the game? Why isn't Saquon Barkley? They're going to whine about everything. Good for them, man. We're going to sit back, enjoy this game, watch the Eagles go toe-to-toe with a bunch of starters that want to beat us and work themselves out of that top pick. So it's going to be fun to see how this plays out. But, we're going to find out what the rest of the games going on today. Again, if the Packers win and the Commanders lose, then we'll face the Commanders. But if the Commanders win today, we will be facing the Packers. So that's all I've got for you today, ladies and gentlemen, for right now. I will be back post-game, as always, for the post-game show. We'll talk about all the things we learned from these 1 o'clock games. We'll talk about what we need to watch, what we're waiting for in the later games on that post-game show. And then, of course, tomorrow, whether it's Victory Monday or whatever it may be, we'll be breaking down the playoffs, looking at the playoff brackets. I've got all kinds of stuff coming your way to get us ready for the playoffs, baby. That's right. And then, of course, it'll be right back to Behind Enemy Lines, get the initial injury report, everything you need to know, the top matchups, game status report, all those shows will be coming your way for the playoffs, and we'll be getting ready to see the Eagles go get that trophy back. But let me know if you're with me. If it's taken you 18 weeks or if you've been here from day one, love to hear from you. Look, we're riding in these parts. Well, we're flying, and we're flying high all the way on the road to victory. So let me know how you're feeling about it, and if you feel the same as I, give me them 2 words I'll be looking for, and you effing know what they are. So leave them down below. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free, whether you're watching later, whatever it is. Love to hear from you guys. But again, I will be back after the game. If you need anything before that, reach out. Always here for you guys as you are for me. If you got anything from this, do me a favor, hit that like button, share this bad boy, subscribe to the channel down below, join this sicko family, and enjoy this ride coming up throughout the playoffs. But that is all I've got for you. Again, want to thank all of you, and not just for today, but this entire regular season has been phenomenal. You guys riding with me. We've been standing all throughout all this chaos and just smiling right in their faces, letting them know we believe in this team, and we're watching them all become the biggest Eagles fans ever. Week by week, we're making them all bend the knee, and it's truly beautiful to see. So I see a bunch of you are with me, and I love to see that. So as long as we have each other, nothing will stop us. So birds, go fly high today. Can't wait to see some of these backups. But until after this game, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. Enjoy this game coming up, regardless of the outcome. And as always, say it with me now, go Birds!